Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Today, we're going to be talking about the Wilson Triniti balls. So these are the first pressureless balls that's approved for USTA play. So there is, as you see with the packaging, it comes in a 100% recyclable cardboard package. So I'm going to open one of these up and show you. There's no air, or it's not compressed in air as in a regular tennis ball can. So as you can see, tennis ball came out of cardboard packaging, 100% recyclable. So the thing about these balls is that the packaging is recyclable. The balls are still not recyclable. So don't get it wrong that the whole thing can go in the recycle bin, because it can't. Only the packaging can. Now, the thing about the ball is that because of what it's made of, that you can use these balls 4 times more than a standard Wilson US Open or a standard ball that comes in a pressurized can. So 4 times more. Well, how can they do that? When Wilson decided to come up with this ball, they decided to research and they talked to experts in the field, and they decided, and they came up with a plastomer. They call it a plastomer to mix in with the rubbers that are in the existing balls like a US Open. Now, with that new plastomer mixed with the rubber, it actually makes this ball thicker. So it is thicker, 40% thicker, I believe. So unlike a regular ball, the walls are going to be thinner. This is definitely thicker. Now, what about the felt? On a standard ball, felt comes off. As you can see, it's flying all over the court, it's on your racket. They have a special flexible felt on these balls that stay on longer too. So they're saying that these balls will last as much as 4 cans of balls that you open up time after time when you play. So the first thing I wanted to do was test the weight of these balls. Because the walls are thicker and they claim that it's a lighter material mixed with the rubber, I wanted to see how much it weighed. So that's what I'm going to do first, is weigh these balls out. Okay, so I'm going to take a standard US Open can. So this can is not recyclable. This whole thing goes in the garbage can. Not recyclable, not biodegradable. So that's why they came up with this packaging. So I'm gonna open one up, brand new can, and we're gonna go weigh it. US Open 4. Triniti 1. US Open 4, 59 grams. Triniti 1, 57 grams. So slightly lighter. I gave this ball out to beginners, intermediate, advanced, and ATP level players.
Also, I think there must be something we were feeling it's less responsive. So when you hit with the regular tennis ball, I feel like it's able to come off your string a little faster, react, versus this one is just a consistent. So, and then the other thing I thought was, I hit it pretty flat, but I still felt like to temper whether I want to hit it really, really hard or slow the ball down, I had less feel with the Triniti, like not as much feel tempering the ball.
So when you wanted to like tag one,
Yeah.
did it take off though?
Not really.
Oh.
Yeah, it gives me a big sensation like I'm playing on clay.
Okay.
Yeah, but also like if I were just to change it, like, maybe hit a loop ball with a little more spin, or maybe take a little bit off, I don't have as good a feel, I think, with the Triniti.
So it stayed neutral longer.
Yes, yeah.
That's what it was.
It's kind of hard to find
Okay.
the description, but yeah, I know like when I'm gonna just like hit
You
a
want it to
slice
skid,
bar and you can hear it,
stops.
and
Yeah. Okay.
and it responds and you can see it. And this one, maybe it's a slow rotation or something. I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
But for that reason, I think you just have less. I feel like control over the kind of ball you want to hit because it's not changing as much.
Correct.
When guys would really rip a ball, it looked like it was going to fly and it would die in. But it also sounded...
It sounds different, right?
It sounds, when you really crack a ball, it almost sounds like you're playing with a dead ball, but then it still got pop.
It sounds the Wilson Triniti ball that has been played on for 8 hours, and you can tell by the compression that you can squeeze into the ball. Here we have a brand new Wilson Triniti ball, and you can barely squeeze into it at all, but yet the bounce is still the same. And we're gonna test them out, check the bounce. And as you can see, we have identical bounces.
The consistent consensus that I personally got from people that I gave them to was that within the first 15 minutes, you're either going to love the ball or you're going to hate the ball. So I've heard people say that I can't hit through the person, meaning it sits up like a clay ball. So playing on a clay surface, which means when the ball hits, it sits up for you to tag. With the better players, like the college kids, they were telling me that it's just like any normal ball, that they could tag and hit through the ball. So in my personal opinion, because that ball has thicker walls, it really depends on how hard you swing. If you can swing hard enough to compress that ball, I think your ball takes off and you will not notice a difference in the tennis ball. If you can't hit hard enough to compress that ball, it's probably going to float through the air and be a very slow ball. To people like that, it's probably going to feel like you're playing with a practice ball or a week-old ball that's been sitting in your bag. But overall, the ball is good. The other main thing is the sound. When you hit with a brand new ball with air, it has a different pitch. It has a more higher pitch. When you hit with a Triniti ball, it's a thud noise, like you're hitting with a flat ball. Okay, so that's the truth about Triniti balls. Do I recommend it? Yeah, I say try this. You might like it. Thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.